In the Meantime with Me and Dave, episode 15, The Ateful Hate, with special guest The Real Santa Claus, and stand-up comedy by Noah Gain.
Can I tell my goddamn story?
And here's your host, Mean Dave.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, we're back in the kitchen this week. Yeah, we're doing another one of these. Are you fucking kidding me? We already are up to, I think, over 60 views of our first episode. It was down in success. A round of applause for us here. And in the meantime, with me and Dave, my producer JR right here. Yeah, we're doing really well. It's been a good week, I guess. Christmas happened this week, and whatever. I'm just glad it's fucking over. All right. But and let me point something out for any of you women buying gifts for men out there. White underwear for a hairy Mexican does not a good Christmas gift make. All right. Just want to put that out there. All right. And so that message goes out specifically to my stepmom. Wonderful woman who is helplessly white and does not understand that dingleberries are just a thing, and that's what happens. All right, we got our monologue here. Fucking, enough of this bullshit with the Christmas. By the way, I also believe we should stop buying Christmas gifts as soon as people stop believing in Santa Claus. But we have the real Santa Claus here today. We'll get to that. But first, we got a monologue. Last week I wrote it on a piece of paper, but stand-up comedy has evolved now. It's a different beast. All right, with the kids, with the youngsters, and the open micers, and the showcase comedians, and everybody's all, hella professional. Now, it's standard operating procedure. It is the norm to just read jokes off your phone. I am fascinated by homeless couples. Their unwavering commitment is inspiring. My girlfriend and I sleep 8 hours, spend 10 hours away at work, spend another 2 to 4 hours at the gym and on tablets, and I still need alone time. Clearly that was written by a writer because I don't have a girlfriend. He's talking about his girlfriend, unfortunately. So, but there's our first joke right there. What do you think, JR? All right, so there's the first one. Next, here we go. We obviously, happy Star Wars as well as Merry Christmas. When Han Solo runs with a wobble like Leslie Nielsen in the Naked Gun movies, it's time to be killed off. Spoiler alert!
Fuck you!
Spoiler!
Fuck you!
You just got spoiled. By the way, I saw the Hateful Eight, and Hateful Eight spoilers take Star Wars spoilers, march them through the cold snow, strip them naked, marching them through the cold snow, and then make them do some hilariously cold-blooded shit for a blanket they'll never get. That's a Hateful Eight spoiler right there. I don't know what's more exclusionary and demeaning to women, Sharia law, or a guy that openly displays Star Wars figures in his home. Sounds about right. And I don't drive for Lyft for the same reason I don't do Civil War reenacting. You can't put it on a resume. All right, and that has been my monologue. In the trash again. No, it's my phone this time. Well, whatever. So, we have a great show for you today. Today's guest, our special guest, is the real Santa Claus, all right? A lot of you have been hearing all the, the liberal media going on and on for years about who this Santa Claus is, and we have all these fake Santas all doing it. We have found the real Santa Claus, and he is coming here today to speak with us over there on the In the Meantime couch with me and Dave. We also have a comedian guest, Noah Gain, will be coming by in the kitchen to do a comedy set, so I guess we're looking forward to that. And we of course got our Ask Me and Dave segment, which we will be getting to shortly right after this. I believe I'm spitting. Who gives a fuck? We're in the kitchen. In the meantime, with me and Dave, you're there, I'm here. Here we go, on with the show. And we're back. In the meantime, with me and Dave, a little more comfier in this chair, unlike the last time. I figured might as well use more of the setting. This is a nice chair, comfy. We're here doing this. Now it's time for Ask Me and Dave, where it's my segment where I get questions from people all over the country, and maybe soon the world, if we can expand our question apparatus. But these are just from people in America asking questions about me, asking me and Dave, what I think about stuff. First question comes from Jeremy in Sarasota, Florida, and it's, why do you keep doing your show when it sucks? Well, Jeremy in Sarasota, Florida, quality is subjective. I enjoy doing my show. I enjoy my show. I enjoyed it even when it did. I felt it sucked, which was the previous In the Meantimes 1 through 13, and even some of those episodes I didn't feel sucked. All right, there are certain ones that did suck. Specifically, I forget which number it is, but the Breakfast in Bed episode with Chris Storin, that one sucked. Nothing against Chris Storin. Well, no, Chris Storin, whatever. Sorry, Chris, I should have done a better interview with you. I think the things that he was saying off camera are more entertaining than the things he was saying on camera. But you guys go back and watch the the Breakfast in Bed episode of In the Meantime with Chris Storin and be the judges. You see how I did? See what I did there, JR? I plugged the show, the old show with the anyway. But I don't feel like my show sucks. It's not for everybody. I enjoy it, and that's why I keep doing it. And not only that, if you feel my show sucks, then I do it to piss you off. So fuck you, Jeremy in Sarasota, Florida. All right. Next question comes from Lindsay in Fargo, North Dakota, South Dakota, one of the Dakotas. We don't know. We should research this a little better, but I don't know. Lindsay in Fargo says, what is your definition of butt rock? And this is a good question, Lindsay, because this actually came up earlier today in conversation. Myself and our producer JR. My definition of butt rock is anything that any form of that's been deemed classic rock from even maybe as far back as the 60s, 70s, that just has a I don't know, guitar heavy, thumping beats that basically can make you move your butt. I don't know, but I was told when I heard Ronnie James Dio on 107.7 The Bone, hearing The Man on the Silver Mountain or whatever that song is, that was called butt rock in the car where I first heard the term butt rock, and that was in 2000, the year 2000. So my understanding of butt rock since 2000 till now, 2015, about to be 2016, is butt rock is everything from classic rock up into your late 80s, early 90s glam rock. And that's my window of butt rock. So that's just how I feel. Some people may disagree. Yet JR is not what do you believe butt rock is, JR? Tell them what you told me. Oh, take your time too.
Obviously, you have a misconception. Somebody who told you what was butt rock was misinformed. All 80s spandex metal is butt rock. It's butt rock because you can see their butts. Tight pants and spandex, there's a big difference.
Not to mean Dave. And the thoughts of Mean Dave do not necessarily represent that of In the Meantime with Mean Dave. That is a collaboration. So he's allowed to think what he thinks, and I'm allowed to think what I think. I don't find any distinction between tight pants of the 60s and 70s and the spandex of the 80s, because one led to the other, all right? And they were all after the same things. So hang on, somebody's calling me. I believe this is Santa Claus calling me right now. Hang on a second. Hello? You're here? All right, we'll be letting you in shortly. We're filming right now. You're on camera right now on the phone. All right, so we'll be right out. Give us a minute. All right. Okay, be back here with and see. We got our last question from Harmeet of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Harmeet asks, I don't know if that's a dude or a woman. When are you going to quit comedy? Where do you get these questions, JR? I feel like you're making these questions up just to I don't know. When am I going to quit comedy? I don't know. Not anytime soon. So yeah, sorry Harmeet, if you were hoping I was going to quit comedy. I do have a saying. It's a saying similar to the movie It's a Wonderful Life. There's a saying, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. I have a similar saying in stand-up comedy. That's every time an aspiring comedian quits comedy, good. So that's been the Ask Mean Dave segment, and now it's time to go let our guest in from outside. The real Santa Claus will be joining us very shortly. Hear it in the meantime.
Short, fat
Looks
boner.
like a little fat man's dick.
Yeah, a little fat boner.
Yeah. Sticking
We're going.
out fat.
All right, we're back.
No.
In the meantime, with Mean Dave, I have a guest this week. No. Oh shit! You believe that, JR? He ain't talking to a pillow. But we have a man who kind of is shaped very pillow-esque. This is the real Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Here he is, fresh from working this past Christmas. We've confirmed that he is the real, in fact, the real Santa Claus. We've verified his identity. And what is the real Santa Claus? Santa Claus isn't even his real name. Who is the real Santa Claus?
Ho, ho, ho. My real name is Thomas Mayfield.
That's right. Thomas Mayfield is his real name. That's right.
Ho, ho,
Shit's true.
No.
So, real Santa Claus, how was Christmas this past year?
Very busy. Lots of naughty boys getting cold.
Oh, coal. That's right, so that still is a thing. So what are some of the myths? Please tell us some of the myths debunked. Like, you don't obviously you don't go down a chimney.
No chimneys.
How do you get into houses?
We really don't.
How's that?
No.
Well, I don't do any of the work, really.
Oh.
That's the biggest myth of all.
Who does it?
No.
Parents.
Okay, so Santa's sort of like the Tyler Durden of Christmas in many respects.
Exactly.
So it just inspires people to start their own Christmases and be their own Santas.
And I make soap.
No.
Ah, that's good too. Oh, I didn't know. So another myth, you don't have elves working for you. Is that correct, Thomas Mayfield?
No, but I do like elves, but I don't have them working for me.
How do you like elves? I don't believe elves are real.
Well, they're real. They're real.
Santa Claus is real.
It's just
it's right here. This is Thomas Mayfield.
It's just I don't have any real work for anyone to do, so I don't really need the elves.
Got you. You've outsourced it to the parents. So obviously you don't have reindeer.
No reindeer.
Yeah. And no reindeer. You don't live in the North Pole.
I drive a regular old car, and I live in California.
Yeah. And where does Thomas Mayfield live?
No.
East Palo Alto.
That's right, East Palo Alto. That's where he lives.
I live in a lovely
make
apartment.
That clear.
Lovely apartment.
Lovely,
You have to press a code to get in the gate.
Nice. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've dropped him off at his place before.
No.
I have it on good authority. Milk and cookies is not what Thomas Mayfield. It's not his preferred snack.
No.
What is your preferred snack, Thomas Mayfield?
I enjoy nachos. Nachos is good. I like when the parents leave the weed out.
That's what I mean. That's what I
don't think it's expressly for me, but then,
drugs and alcohol.
Then again, I never actually really go to the houses, so I don't know what's going on these days.
No.
I feel like whenever I go to a house, I have a tough time getting in.
You look like you're no stranger to milk and cookies, though, yourself.
Yeah, I do enjoy milk and cookies.
You like having kids on your lap?
I haven't had a kid on my lap in years.
That's keep it real Santa Claus. All right.
Give your kids a Coke and tell them to shut
Another myth.
No.
Another myth. Mrs. Claus, real or not real?
She was real, but she died of diabetes.
I had it on good authority that the real Santa Claus, aka Thomas Mayfield, prefers strippers and hookers.
That's true, and blow.
And blow.
With strippers and hookers.
There we go. All right, that's just okay. So that's not rumor. That's fact.
I do like midget strippers dressed as elves.
I believe it's little people. That being said, what is Santa Claus's message to the world after this Christmas?
Treat each other with respect, because in the end you're gonna die, and you don't want people thinking you were an asshole.
I just see Santa's an A's fan.
I'm miserable, damn it.
You're really confusing the fuck out of us here. In the meantime, with me and Dave, there's Santa. All right, so I think we've covered enough ground, and I want to thank you very much for being here, joining us. In the meantime, we have an actual guest this time. No one canceled. No one had car trouble and couldn't make it today. This is the real Santa Claus, aka Thomas Mayfield.
I took my sleigh and reindeer because I'm the real Santa.
You said you didn't have reindeer. Never mind. Well, whatever. This has been our interview. We'll be back with comedian Noah Gain.
He's fantastic.
You have to lie, Santa. Right.
He's a true gift.
All right, enough. All right, and we're back now, and help me welcome a comedian from the South Bay. We have very, very, very something. Noah Gain, everybody. Slap your hands flush together for Noah Gain.
All right. This is cool. You guys are all here. I'm happy to be here. Because I'll be honest, I don't really get invited out very often. And I think it's because I'm not the most exciting guy. Like, anytime my friends plan a big night out, they're always like, we'll get Ryan because Ryan loves to party. We'll get Jesse because when Jesse drinks, he gets crazy. And we'll get Noah. He can drive. Like, that's exactly what I bring to the table. But it is cool to be here. Something just happened to me recently. My girlfriend just broke up with me. Yeah, she broke up with me because she said that she didn't like that I was doing comedy. That's not very encouraging. Like, I'm sure you people out there would be, you know, willing to support me doing comedy, right? Financially, it's more of a crowd work bit with no crowd. But you know, it's tough. You know, I'm trying to get back into the dating scene, trying to do that. It's not so easy. Met up with a girl who I met online, and I go to see her for lunch. And she says to me, oh, you actually look like your online profile picture. And I'm like, thank you. And she's like, that wasn't a compliment. But I don't know, maybe it's a romantic in me, but when I have kids someday, I don't want to tell them I met their mom on Match or eHarmony or BlackPeopleMeet.com. Like, I want to tell them I met their mom the old-fashioned way. Craigslist. Something else happened to me. I recently got fired from my job. Yeah, I got fired from my job. That wasn't very good. And you know, and it's not, you know, I don't have consistent pay now. And it's not just hard on me. Like, I know my parents hate having to see me live paycheck to paycheck, especially because the paychecks I'm living off over theirs. But I did get fired. I was actually working at a billion-dollar tech company, and legally I'm not allowed to say which one, but I'm sure if you guys really wanted to know, you could Google it. But I hope I find something soon. I think I will find something soon. You know, I'm an educated man. I was the one of my friends who went to college and got a degree. But I think even the dean knew I made a bad choice when I picked communications to major in. Because on the day I graduated, he shook my hand and he said, remember the Latin phrase, totium salvo verbis. Because you'll be saying that phrase the rest of your life with that degree. And he was right. Because that phrase translates to, welcome to Foot Locker. But some people decide not to go to college, skip higher education. I have a lot of respect for people like that. But sometimes I think they take a little too much pride. Like, I met this guy the other day, and when he found out I had a degree, he became so defensive, and he goes, you spent 4 years at a university, and you're unemployed. I started working right after high school, and now I run my own business. What do you think about that, college boy? Yeah, then I got defensive and said, is there any chance you're hiring? Yeah, but now the thing I'm most afraid of, though, it isn't ending up jobless, it's ghosts. That's the thing I'm most afraid of. And it got bad because the last place I was living I thought was haunted, because every day I would hear these voices saying, get out, get out. So I did some research on the house. Turns out it wasn't haunted. It was just my parents being passive aggressive. Hey, you guys have been great. Thanks a lot.
Alright. And that's been our show. I want to thank Noah Gain, our comedian. I want to thank Santa Claus, aka Thomas Mayfield, for being here. And once again, thank you all. You've been in the meantime with me and Dave. Fuck off. Have a great day.
We know